All right, welcome to episode. I'm not sure what this episode is. Is it 15?
Yes.
I think we're on episode 15. So here's a question. And we're holding our microphones today because the last time wasn't very good audio. Every time we turned our head, it would change. We on 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're episode 15. We are at our old stomping grounds of Utah State University. This is where we met and dated a lot and where we got married. So
Yep.
We're back on our own stomping grounds. So we were having date night up here, and I thought we should come here and ask our question. So our question tonight has to do with university. My question is, how important is an education? And when is a good time to have hey, I need to encourage your kids to go. I need to go to college or university or some other kind of education or something like that.
Very good question.
You're taking this microphone thing a little too seriously.
I need it a little bit bigger.
Yes.
So I can hold it like this.
Sing to it.
No. then everybody would have a question.
Why are we watching this?
You will never hear me sing on this. Which leads me to a story from Utah State University when I was my first major at Utah State University, and why I don't necessarily think you have to have a traditional college education.
Like a university bachelor's degree.
Right. Okay. Which is ironic because I'm actually working towards my university bachelor's degree.
However, a good question for you.
When I was in high school, I remember my mom was just very insistent that we get out of the house. She always talked about going to school, but I think...
All the kids or just you?
Probably just me. No. I'm sure it's all the kids. To get out of the house, figure out who we are, yada, yada, yada. So in that day and age, that meant college. So all of my siblings went here to Utah State University. Our children have not followed suit, and that is very disappointing, but that's okay. Anyway, my first semester at Utah State, my major was piano pedagogy. And I didn't know about this really cool concept called a college counselor or advisor that you could go and meet, and they would guide you, a guidance counselor. Huh. Tell you which classes to take, if you were on track to graduate, which electives you needed. I took the college catalog, which was paper back in the old-fashioned days. Yeah. And I just figured, I guess once you're done with all the music classes in the book, then you would have your music degree. Makes sense. Makes total sense.
I'm sure you would. Maybe a couple degrees.
So I started with the first one, and I just was gonna work my way through. I wouldn't have graduated because I wouldn't have branched out to do any electives or my generals or anything like that. So my first, I took sight singing, and you had to, now remember, my major was piano, not vocals, no singing. And you had to pitch sing, that is not a swear word, that is P as in pitch. Yeah, it's in sight singing. So they would give you your music. It didn't have words. You just had to take the note, and you had to do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da, the notes as they went up and down. And the first time you saw it was in class. Oh, and you had to sing in front of all the class. So I did my thing, and I stood up there, and my poor music professor's face, he just goes, I'm going to have to give you an F. And I was like, and I think there were 6 of these classes, 6 sight singing classes. And I was like, I'm changing my major. So
no other person ever tried to take all 6 sight singing classes.
unless maybe they were like a performance vocalist major. Yeah. So then I decided to go into business and I started at the top of the business catalog and I worked my way through. Not until I met you did I know there was any such thing as a college counselor. But I think for me, the important part of college was getting out of the house and figuring out who I was and how to do like life skills like budgeting. I think I bounced my first check at Blockbuster Video for like a 49-cent video. And I bounced it, and that 49-cent rental turned into like a $50 rental because the bank charged you 25. So I think it was important for me to get out of the house, get away from my mom, get away from my dad, and learn some life skills. And I think sometimes learning them the hard way ingrains them in your brain better than if your mom just said, "Here's how to not bounce a check."
Yeah.
Because I forgot how to balance. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook, and I forgot about bank fees. So in my brain, I thought it was okay. But
Not a big deal.
yeah. So yeah, and now here I am in college, and I wish I hadn't wasted my first 3 majors by going through.
But you're back to your third one.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, my third major was marriage and family studies. So here I am.
There you go.
And guess what? I have a counselor. and
a lot better grades.
Much better grades, but now I have a boyfriend to impress, and then I didn't have one. Actually, I did. I was dating you when I took that marriage and
family.
Yep, flunked that class. It was a good time. Good time. I don't think my mom even knows, but I was on academic probation from Utah State University. But I met a man.
That's the important part, right?
And I knew I did learn some really valuable life skills that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Yeah. I think it's important. I think it's, education is more than just going, and I think most people would agree with this, it's you need more education than just going to school. Going to school, I think, is important. What that school looks like can be very different. I think it's, you show future employees that you have the discipline. My mission president did a lot of hiring. I think he was kind of an HR for large grocery stores, and says it doesn't matter what the education is, that you just have an education, because that shows you can start and finish something, and that you can learn and you can understand. And so I think there's a lot to be said there to that. Now there's some things that you got to learn certain skills and stuff through it. So I don't know. I think you bring up a good point. There's life educations. I think that's what LDS mission went for me was really good. I think that was good because it taught me a lot about the world. Put me out in the middle of a third world country. It teaches you a lot. So,
grounds you a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely did. It changed my perspective on a lot of things. And so I think it's good to do that. I think getting a college degree is great especially for a lot of jobs. I think there's a lot of other options out there, but I think when we talk about getting an education, I think you're right. I think it's a good comparison. It's more educating yourself, because I don't think I usually say that if you really want to learn something, you have to have 3 things. You have to have somebody that can teach you have to have the ability to learn it, and you have to have the desire. And so when your parents tell you how to do the checkbook, you have the ability to learn it. You have them teaching you, but your desire is not there until you've gone to Blockbuster and bounced it once and got stuck with it. And so that desire there is something that's a challenge, right? I think that was, for me, I didn't do as well at the end of high school as I should have. That was where I was kind of fumbled. You did really good in high school. I didn't take it as seriously as I should have. And then going on my mission and come back, that's when I gained my desire. I saw that, hey, I need this. And so I took college a lot more seriously when I came back, because that part of the education, that desire. And I think I've been in a lot of classes and trying to teach somebody that doesn't have the desire to learn. Doesn't matter. I would rather have somebody that struggles learning than to have somebody that doesn't want to learn.
Doesn't want to be there whose boss is making him show up to class.
That's why I can never teach 8th or 9th grade.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah, bless their hearts. So anyway, I don't know if this is
Well, that's a good one.
okay.
Okay.
Any other comments?
Stay in school and don't do drugs.
There you go. Stay in school. Definitely don't do drugs. So that would be a thing. Okay. We'll see you next time.
That would be a bad thing.
That would be a bad thing. We'll try to do this. We missed a week because we were on vacation. So we'll try to be a little better. So we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.